Alright, here we are, game 2 between Wings Gaming and CDEC. Wings Gaming, they took game 1 pretty convincingly after a bit of a sluggish start. Let's take a look into this draft as we take a look at the bans and picks from both sides. Magnus banned out first by Wings, Naga next, and then for CDEC, Monkey King as well as Lifestealer. So first two picks, Crystal Maiden. Going to stay the same for Wings. And then, actually no, wait, never mind. Not going to stay the same for Wings. Because it was June on the Crystal Maiden last time. Sorry, they switched sides. It was June on the Crystal Maiden last time, so it'll probably be Ice Ice on the Wings. This time, Ice Ice on the Wings.
10 seconds remaining.
Start this over. Hold on. Alright, here we are, game 2 between Wings and CDEC. Hope you guys are happy to join me for the first time, of course. And we have Wings Gaming versus CDEC. Take a look at the bans from both sides. Magnus Naga from Wings, and then for CDEC, Monkey King, Lifestealer, and Terrorblade. So, some pretty solid bans from both sides. Crystal Maiden Dazzle picked up by Wings. Those are the heroes for Y and Ice Ice. And then CDEC, they've picked up Abaddon as well as Nyx. So we'll have to see if Sep is going to be on that Nyx or going to be on that Abaddon, as Sep did play that Nyx game 1. And Wings, they're going to ban out the Medusa. Let's see what bans come out next for both these teams. So Alchemist gets banned out by CDEC. Thank God, because after Alchemist performance at DAC was kind of enough. You know? It's just enough. It's over. I don't want any of that. So let's take a look at both these drafts. You've got the Frostbite, you've got the Poison Touch of Wings, so a solid support duo for Wings right now. Sustainability with the Shallow Grave. Some nice slow from the both of them. Lockdown in Frostbite, and then the mana regen. And then, of course, the nice ult from Crystal Maiden, as well as the weave from Dazzle. So, really doubt a Slardar follows that up for Faith Beyond. He'll be doing something different this game, unless they want to, you know, use the weave and use the Corrosive Haze. But let's see what they go with. They've banned out the Tinker. And then Invoker is going to be picked up by CDEC. So Invoker, Nyx, Abaddon. So looks as though either Abaddon or Nyx are going to be in that 4 spot. Invoker mid. So a support and safe lane still needed for CDEC.
5 seconds remaining.
And as for Wings, let's see what they go with the Dragon Knight. So Dragon Knight up against Invoker should be a pretty even lane. Of course, depending on how well Lugia is at this Invoker. Let's see what CDC picked to go with this. I like Rubik here. Are we going to see a Huskar come out for Wings? That's really the question. I mean, I kind of like Rubik, stealing Weave, stealing Shallow Grave. Not anything too amazing to steal just yet. But he's always nice with that Telekinesis, and that Fade Bolt really sets up well with the Nyx stun too. So see if they do go with the Rubik as their support, as their 5 support. Earth Spirit, of course, still on the board. We'll see if that goes towards CDC as Wings. They've already picked up Crystal Maiden and Dazzle. They're actually going to go with Keeper of the Light. So Coddle picked up, Coddle, Invoker, Nyx, Abaddon. And then we're getting to this 4th pick for Wings. Again,
10 seconds remaining.
maybe we see Wings pick up that Huskar.
5 seconds remaining.
In which case, I mean, if you see a Huskar and it's gonna be a Spectre, I was gonna say you could just pick up Ancient Apparition, Keeper, and Ancient Apparition are your supports. Nyx off lane, Abaddon safe lane, Invoker mid, but it doesn't happen. And now Centaur is banned out by CDC. So Spectre and Dragonite. Dragonite, he's all right early. Spectre needs some time. So Wings, they're gonna be wanting to fight with their offlaner. So they want to make something happen, open up the map with
10 seconds remaining.
Dragonite, Dazzle, Crystal Maiden, and the last pick coming out from Wings for Spectre.
5 seconds remaining.
So last ban of Centaur. They need an offlaner on Wings.
Reserve time.
And Anti-Mage gets banned out
Wings Gaming's turn to pick.
by Wings. Interesting. So let's see what Wings picks up last once in this offlane. Maybe a Tidehunter, maybe a
10
Clockwork,
seconds
maybe a Void. Man, Ben, how many offlane heroes can you name? Can you keep going? Could just name them all. And pat myself on the back when I get it right. They're going to go with Doom.
Radiant team pick.
So Dragonite, Spectre, Doom, Dazzle, Crystal Maiden, and now Ember Spirit, safe lane Ember Spirit, comes out for CDC. In an interesting turn of events. So Abaddon, Nyx, Invoker, Coddle, Ember, Doom, Spectre, Dragonite, Dazzle, Crystal Maiden. First 5 were for CDC, second 5 were Wings. I kind of like Wings here. Doom's pretty alright early. Dazzle and Crystal Maiden are a solid gank squad. Possibly roaming around towards mid with the Poison Touch as well as the Frostbite. You get a stun from Dragonite, and that'll be definitely trouble and problems for Invoker mid. But Doom here, maybe it would have been nice to see a Legion Commander. Actually, I don't like that. So Lugia mid on that Invoker, flyby safe lane on the Ember, and it is going to be an off lane Abaddon, so not support. Let's get the rest of the team. We take a look over at this Coddle, going to be played by Demons. June going to be on the Nyx for the other side of Wings Gaming. We take a look over. It's going to be Y on the Crystal Maiden, Shadow on that Spectre, Faith Beyond with the Doom, Blink on the mid, Dragonite, and Ice on the Dazzle. So let's see what's going to happen between these two sides. Game 2, 1-0 for Wings. No aggression really coming out from either side. You know, something we saw a little bit of in DAC. You know, 5 4-man smokes going towards the bounty room, getting themselves first blood, doing their thing,
30 seconds
getting a
to
kill or two. I kind of like the draft of Wings, but the later this game goes, the more I like it for CDEC. Especially recently, again, DAC, you've seen a lot of amazing Invokers.
The battle begins.
And we'll see if that will be one of those games right here. So, 2 bounty runes apiece. It's going to be a tri-lane up top of Shadow, Ice, and Y. Pretty solid combination if you do ask me, and really at about level 2 or 3 maybe we see Y as well as Ice kind of move over mid and look for a kill onto the Invoker. Again, they look very good with the Poison Touch as well as the Frostbite, and wouldn't really be surprised to see them go over mid to help out Blink. Wouldn't be surprised to see anything else come through from Ice as well as Shadow. They don't have the Crystal Maiden here just yet. They are going to get the stun off on 2 from June. So let's see how well June does with this Nyx. Sep now on the Abaddon. They are going to get another stun out on Ice. He does have that Shadow Wave in just 2 seconds. They might look to turn this around. And there's the Aphotic Shield. So down low, Faith Beyond up against Flyby as well as Demons. Going to be a tough lane. Illuminate is taken level 1 by Demons. Faith Beyond going to be having to deal with that. Probably going to go off towards this set of jungle camps over here. As time goes on, he gets continually pushed out of lane. We take a look over at Y. Let's see what Y's doing. Just getting some nice kills over in the jungle. Always fun. So Shadow, Ice really pushing back the likes of June and Sep. Sep has no more mana, and June just sitting very close, very low. Not exactly sure if that's really the spot you want to stand. Shadow Wave is available, but they're going to back off. They're going to have to head to this shrine, heal on up. And already it is looking good for Wings, pushing out both those heroes from lane. So we take a look over. Y and Ice are here. Now with Y a little bit closer, I wouldn't be surprised to see a kill happen up top. Especially on if they get the Nyx. But Nyx does not have Spike Carapace just yet. Hasn't skilled that level 2, so we'll see what he takes. And then as for Sep, it is going to be that Curse of the Avernus. And then the Aphotic Shield. Meanwhile, level 2 for Dazzle. We'll see if it's going to be for that Poison Touch. So just going to continually slow down Ice, get that stun, and now they might look to turn it around. And by turn it around, I mean just throw out a Spectral Dagger and do nothing. So still over on the side is Y, level 2, looking for that level 3. Does have Frostbite, going to use it down on this nice Satyr. And just going to continue to farm away, and the harass is going to continue to come forward from both Ice and Shadow, pushing back once again Sep and June. So we take a look down low. I thought Faith Beyond would kind of have to abandon this lane, but he's been holding his own, 16-0. Flyby only 17-5, only a couple ahead of Faith Beyond. And Faith Beyond was a guy I was telling you guys to look at the beginning of this series. He has been very much underperforming in this DPL league. And that is kind of like saying ATM machine. Automated teller machine. I'm saying Dota Professional League. And coming on over is Y going to get that Frostbite. And there is the Shockwave coming through from Faith Beyond to finish him off, get the first blood. And now Demon's trying to run away. Inferno Blade up in 5, just trying to harass out Demons, push him back towards tower, and successfully does so after picking up the first blood on the Ember Spirit. So a nice first blood comes out, the first rotation of Y coming down low, level 3 just about level 4 already, and this Crystal Maiden making a lot happen early on. So with that kill, it really opens up the lane for Faith Beyond, just about level 6. He's going to have that early Doom. We take a look up top. Ice going to use that Shallow Grave, as well as the Shadow Weave, get himself about 100 health. And actually a little bit above 100 health. We'll keep him alive, and we'll have to slowly walk back all the way to the shrine. Meanwhile, staying in lane is going to be Shadow. Sep is nearby with the Aphotic Shield now level 2, and we take a look over at June. He's got level 2 in that Impale, but not enough mana just yet. So making the rotation again is Y. Let's see if they can get themselves another kill. Nice Infernal Blade as well as a Frostbite would be nice, but there it is. The Searing Chain's coming out on Faith Beyond. Going to continue to slow him as he's got himself that Scorched Earth. Going to continue to go under tower. Y coming on through. There's a Sleight of Fist, but it's going to be a Frostbite, another Shockwave. And another kill for Faith Beyond over down low on this Ember Spirit. So Wings, they're hitting hard and they're hitting early. And it's looking very good for them if they can shut down this Ember Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So now the smoke comes out from both Y as well as Faith Beyond, who does have that level 1 in Doom. He's found himself level 6, and now the TP comes in. He's going to get the stun, and is now Blink going to try and make something happen on Lugia. And there's the Alacrity, and the Doom comes out on Abaddon. That'll save the life of Blink. There's the Frostbite with the Scorched Earth. They'll get themselves a third. So now 3-0, and the Doom out on Abaddon. He's got to watch out. The Dragon Tail would put him in a lot of trouble, but he's just about to be unmuted, and there it is. The volume is up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So Illuminate gonna fly through. They're looking to get themselves another kill. There's the Dragon Tail from a distance. Gonna pop that Aphotic Shield. He's gonna try and get himself a kill. The Aphotic Shield's back on him again, getting everybody low, but he'll eventually fall. Meanwhile, in the back end, they have lost June, but they will take out 2 on the back end of both Y and Faith Beyond. So ultimately, it does become a 2 for 3-ish trade. And overall, it is pretty nice for Wings. So we take a look early at that net worth, a 3,000, cut down to a 2,000 net worth lead for Wings. And they have shut down this Ember Spirit pretty well. He's got himself Bottle and Boots, but that's about it. And if another rotation comes out from Doom, he could find himself in trouble once more. So we take a look over at Y, looking for that Midas, and just about level 6 here too. And we take a look over at Dazzle. He's trying to find himself a quick level 6. Meanwhile, June only level 4. We take a look at this Abaddon. He's only level 4. And everybody on the side of CDEC is very far behind. So, take a look up top. Shadow continuing to farm away at 47 and 8. And second on that last hit list. But despite all that, hasn't died twice. So actually the Poison Touch comes through on June. And oh boy, you're between a rock and a hard place. But coming through his flyby, they're going to get that chaotic... or that Chaos Meteor coming through. There's the Doom. Ember Spirit going to be in a whole bunch of trouble. He'll be the second victim to fall. Spectral Dagger out on Lugia. That'll just push him back. They'll take this tier 1. I was going to say Chaotic Offering, but it's the Chaos Meteor. Flying on by, but Shalgrave is going to save the life of Ice, and now they're looking to grab themselves a tier 2. Oh no, June. You're not going to hit that stun. So 7-2 in favor of Wings.
Dire's top tower is under
Another
attack.
successful fight. And Sep, I know you're level 6, but maybe this isn't the best fight for you. That's just a couple of thoughts from me. Shadow's going to go in. There's the Poison Touch. They're going to pop the Aphotic Shield as well as the ult. He's going to try and TP out. No Frostbite, no stun, no stop. Nothing on that TP. But again, this pushes him out of lane. And, you know, he's out of lane, not farming up, finding himself a whole bunch of trouble. Healing up at this shrine is CDEC, Lugia Flyby in June. And they're going to head on bottom. They're going to try and make something happen. Faith Beyond is going to be a hard target to kill, especially with this Scorched Earth. Let's see what they can do. They're coming around the bend. There's the Sleight Fist as well as the Searing Chains. They're going to get the Impale as well as the Sunstrike coming on through. That'll be enough to get the kill. So Frostbite going to be used. Then there's the Remnant on forward. Y going to try and TP out. Successfully does. Despite getting hit by that blinding light. So now 3 are down low for Wings. I don't think Y or Ice Ice have really shown themselves just yet. And Flyby, he's got to be very careful. Dragon Tail could come out here and pretty much put him in a world of hurt. Respawning in 2 seconds is going to be this Doom. We're going to get a little bit of lag from this Perfect World servers. There's the Weave going to come through, and that's going to give him the minus armor. And the ulti from Spectre is up in 2 seconds, and that might be what they're waiting for. So they are going to come through. There's the Doom, as well as Blink, as well as the Haunt. An easy kill on Flyby. Lugia going to show himself. There's the Chaos Meteor. And they're going to find themselves, another kill. 2-man stun comes through. Blink in a little bit of trouble. The ult is going to be used from this Crystal Maiden. Y getting a lot of damage. We'll find another in June. Sep going to revive all the way to full health, but not going to survive the onslaught that comes through from Wings. And I am just barely surviving the onslaught of lag from Perfect World servers.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So that is 11-3. First to 10 kills is going to go the way of Wings. And it is looking all Wings right now at 6,000 net worth up. So Faith Beyond gonna have that Hooded Defiance. Blink looking for the Armlet. Now let's take a look over at the Spectre Urn. Now looking for that Radiance. Actually take a look down low. Blink gonna fall first. Continuing on forward is CDEC. They're gonna be looking for the Sleight of Fist as well as the Searing Chains. There's a Spectral Dagger. Gonna push back Flyby as well as June. This is fun. This is fun, Perfect World. You guys are making this. What is that word that Tony the Tiger uses? Great! Guys are making this great. So, Poison Touch comes through on Sep. He's going to use that Aphotic Shield to get out. And then turn around and go back in. So he doesn't have to really be too cautious. Only Ice Ice and Faith Beyond are here. And Lugia and Flyby just continuing to farm up. They're going to be looking for the Veil on the Ember Spirit. We take a look over at Lugia, going for that early Ags. But meanwhile, we take a look at the cores of Wings. Level 10 is Shadow, plus 20 damage. Looking for that Radiance, not too far off of it. And then level 10 is going to be this Doom. So plus 80 Devour bonus gold. Nice. And no. Oh, Flyby going to be the second one to fall. We didn't see that, but it will be the stun coming out from Blink. As well as a couple more shots. They get themselves the second kill. And these guys are fighting while I'm trying to, show you guys everything. Appreciate that. So with those 2 kills, Blink just going to try and get this top tier 1 with Ice Ice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And nothing really coming out just yet from either side. June does have Vendetta if he wants to walk a little bit further forward, as they do have that glyph. They're not going to TP into this tower, and nobody really to back up June if he gets caught out. So he's got to watch out where he goes. There is a sentry ward near this top lane, and he's going to continue to scout out the side of Wings. But Wings, they're up 13-4, 6,000 net worth, and a bit of experience. June, he is going to spot Ice Ice. They might be looking to get themselves a kill. He's got to get him before the Shallow Grave comes out. Ice Ice getting in a very precarious position. And there's a deep ward. There's the Vendetta as well as the stun. The Illuminate with the Remnants forward. And Ice Ice, was it worth it? The answer is, as of this moment, no. He did get the ward down, so kind of. So again, we take a look over at Shadow, farming very well, almost at the Sacred Relic, about 500 gold away. Actually, TPing up top is just Ice Ice. So this game's surprisingly slow. You know, despite being 13-5, it kind of feels a little bit sluggish. Maybe I'm just not doing the best of jobs right now. That could be it. But coming around the bend is Faith Beyond, Y as well as Blink. They're going to come on through towards Sep. He's going to be hit with that Spectral Dagger. There's the Elder Dragon form used by Blink. They're going to continue to move forward, and there is the Aphotic Shield pop as well as the ulti. He's going to be rooted by that Frostbite, and now he's in a whole bunch of trouble as the Aphotic Shield is blocked again, but creeps, they're making this a little bit difficult. Sep going to continue to run away. Aphotic Shield popped one more time, but not going to be enough to save his life. And meanwhile, up top, Ice Ice will fall, but here's the Haunt trying to find themselves something, trying to get that stun. They will get it on Flyby, and he's all by himself. And 1 is definitely the loneliest number for Flyby as he is taken out by both Blink and Shadow. So a nice 2-for-1 trade favoring Wings. They get themselves the Ember, they get themselves the Abaddon. And just healing up a shrine is going to be Shadow.
Dire structures are fortified.
And he's got himself enough for that Sacred Relic. 1350 away from that Radiance recipe. In which case Shadow is going to be becoming quite a nuisance. And CDEC, they're not really doing too much about it. Yeah, they're trying to farm up this Ags on Lugia, and Ember Spirit, he's got himself a Veil, looking for Boots of Travel, trying to get that counter push. But once the Radiance is out for the Spectre, Wings, they should just be able to fight. Meanwhile, Stun Spike Carapace comes out on Y. Y gonna get hit hard. There's the Frostbite as well as the Sentry Ward placed down. June's gonna try and run away. There's the slow Ice Ice. He's just gonna have to find himself a Poison Touch. Will. And now they're just trying to avoid the stun. There's the Mana Burn. A couple more shots. Shadow Wave comes out from Ice Ice. And they get themselves yet another kill, this time on June. So here comes the TP in from the Dragonite. Sep, you might be a little bit too far forward. The Blink on forward from, you guessed it, Blink. And coming around the bend is going to be both Y and Faith Beyond. He's going to use that Aphotic Shield. He's going to be stomped by Faith Beyond, and Y is going to continue to move on forward. There's that Frostbite, continuing to get the body blocks with the Scorched Earth coming through as June's going to try and look for that stun. Here comes the Sunstrike. Will land, but now there's the Doom coming out on Nyx. Nyx should be in a whole bunch of trouble, probably going to fall. Sep going to be the next one in a bit of danger. There's the Aphotic Shield. There's the Death, and both June and Sep are dead, and only 10 months remain. There's the Blink with the nice Dragon Tail. Demon's getting pretty low. Now the Haunt's going to follow it up. Shadow's going to continue to move on forward. He's got that Sacred Relic, but he doesn't have himself that Radiance. There's the EMP. Shadow in a whole bunch of trouble. They're turning it around. They're going to get themselves a kill. So now Flyby, who's still alive, and a lot of people low on Wings. Faith Beyond's going to have to try and get away. The Sunstrike's going to miss. But Wings, they're going to have to retreat. That did not go as well as they hoped. The Haunt comes in from Shadow. He gets a little bit too deep, finds himself too far, and without an Aegis, he falls to this Invoker. So Ice Ice does have this medallion. We'll see if he turns that into a Solar Crest next. And then looking for the Force Staff is Crystal Maiden. We take a look over at Shadow. Again, just about 900 gold away from this Radiance recipe. BKB picked up next for Dragonite. Pretty far away from that. Take a look over at Doom. He's got himself Pipe as well as the Blade Mail for the other side. Let's take a look. Ember Spirit Flyby trying to make something happen with June. June's trying to get that stun. There's the Shallow Grave as well as the slow coming in from Y. Y is going to find himself in a little bit of a positive shot on June. It's going to get the kill. The Sunstrike, no. Delta maneuver away. Ice Ice survives.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So down low, Faith Beyond and Blink. They're just going to look to get themselves a tier 2. And And Sep gonna try and stop this. There's the Dragon Tail once again. Gonna pop that Aphotic Shield. Getting pushed back by the Blinding Light is both Blink and Faith Beyond. But that's not gonna stop them from getting this tier 2 down low. So coming through is June, trying to get that Spike Carapace onto the Scorched Earth. They're gonna get the Deny from Abaddon. There's the Sleight Fist as well as the Searing Chains. They're gonna get the Veil as well as the Tornado. He's gonna be able to find himself out for just a moment with that Invis Rune. So the rotations come on through from CDEC, but they don't find anything onto Wings. So 18-8, and slowly but surely CDEC are creeping themselves back into it. So Blink has that Armlet, has the Blink Dagger, still looking for that BKB. We take a look over at Wise, picked up that 15% magic resistance, which is always nice. Is now level 13. Ice on the other hand, only level 12 and 10 in that intelligence. And is going to be ending up going for that Solar Crest. So a 3-man smoke. Faith Beyond showing mid, not going to spot this Coddle just yet. They're going to try and get to the high ground. Why? Already pretty low. There's the Blink in with the haste. They're going to get the Dragon Tail as well as the Frostbite. Bye-bye, baby. As Demons is going to fall to that smoke gank. So still sitting nearby is Wings. Sep just kind of standing still. There's the Poison Touch. Should pop that Aphotic Shield eventually. They're just trying to clear up this creep wave, but the tower going down pretty quickly. The Pipe's already used. Sep standing forward. There's the Blade Mail. Sep very low on mana. He's going to get another Deny on another tier 2. So again, Sep on the ball with that one. We take a look over at Flyby. He's got himself the Boots Travel as well as the Veil. And then let's see if CDEC, they eventually want to make something happen. They've got the Ags, and now they're looking for the Lincoln Sphere out on Lugia with this Invoker. So let's take a look. Shadow, Radiance, 1,700 gold. Not top of the net worth. Actually third between these three cores for Wings Gaming. As top sits this Doom with the Blade Mail, Pipe, and Phase Boots, and eventually looking for that Shiva's Guard. And then following that up is the Dragonite Blink with the Armlet, Blink, and soon-to-be completed BKB. So the Sunstrike is going to spot Wings in this Roche Pit, but let's see if there's anything CDEC can do to counter this. They're going to come in. It's only down at about half health. Sep going to make his way around. There's the Sentry Ward placed. The Weave's going to come out on 2 as well as the Impale. Now out onto the Dragon Knight. Here comes the Haunt. And backing off slowly is CDEC. They're going to get the stun out. And now in a bit of trouble is Flyby. Is going to use that Remnant to get away. Another Remnant to make some more space. Another. But I don't know if that's enough space. Blink going to continue to go in. There's the Blink. And there's the Breathe Fire. They've got themselves a kill, and now they're starting to pinch down on the CDEC side. Coddle's going to be the next victim to fall. Blink still surviving. There's the ulti pop by Sep. They're going to get a nice Chaos Meteor out, as well as the Ice Wall. That's going to make things difficult, but June's going to be the third to fall. They've surrounded on all sides Sep, and now they're trying to get themselves a kill on Lugia, but does use that Ghost Walk to just walk himself out. So they don't even go to get Roche.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Courier will go just back on its merry way, and with that cleanup, with that kill, oh boy, Ice. And now the Weave, they're going to head towards this Roche once again, and once again, CDEC, they're going to try and come through. There's the Sleight of Fist as well as the Searing Chains. Are going to get it very low. The Tornado's coming through. It's going to hit on 3 of them. And now coming in with the Remnant is going to be Flyby. He's going to get himself the Aegis! And a big move by Flyby, but there's not too much following this up. Actually, an Illuminate as well as an Impale is going to get both Shadow and Y low. And now there's the Remnant forward. They're trying to find themselves a kill on Shadow. The Sleight of Fist is going to hit him, but the Spectral Dagger is going to make him even more elusive. Meanwhile, the stun comes out on 2. They're going to lose 2 supports. And that is a huge steal for CDEC. So 23-10 in favor of Wings. They don't get that Aegis. They do not get the kill on Roche, I'm pretty sure. No. Oh boy, Demons. Oh boy. Demons, yeah, that Tornado's not going to do it, Invoker. Gotta throw more than that, Lugia. Another kill goes the way of Wings. They're going to clean up this Ancient stack. And Soarcrest is out on this Dazzle. Blink, he's got himself that full BKB. He's looking for a Halberd next. And then Faith Beyond, he's looking for that Shiva's Guard still. Meanwhile, actually, Shadow, he's going to fall to the likes of Flyby and June. They get the Weave out on 2. They're not going to be able to move in on either of these heroes on CDC. So CDC, they've only got themselves 11 kills, but they're not that far behind. Only 5,000 net worth. So it's not really that far behind for the side of CDC. And actually, stun comes through, gonna miss on Ice, but in with the boots of travel will be Lugia. And they won't be able to make anything of that attempted kill. Can't say CDEC. Their name isn't CDEC.
Just what I've been waiting for.
So June gonna spot out Faith Beyond. We'll see if they go in on Faith Beyond. I'm not too sure they know that Blink's around the corner. There it is. Sleight of Fist as well as Searing Chains, but that's gonna show this Nyx who will fall. So he saw Faith Beyond, but he didn't see Blink behind him. He immediately just assumed it was a Doom by himself. Meanwhile, up top, we take a look. There's the Yules coming out. Ice might be in a little bit of trouble as Demons and Lugia and Sep are all here. There's the Haunt Shadow going to come through. Now he's got that Radiance. There's going to be the Blinding Light. They're going to take out this Dazzle. And now they're looking to get themselves a return kill. They're going to slow down the likes of Lugia, Sep, and Flyby. There's the Sleight of Fist as well as the Searing Chains out on Y, but now the Blink in from Blink. He's going to get himself a kill on the Coddle. They've only got 3 surviving, and there's the ulti. That's going to be picked up by Sep. Sep's going to be back to full health. Flyby just trying to avoid anything, and actually going down again is Shadow. Y going to try and use that ult to get a kill on Lugia, but not going to be enough, and still continuing to survive is Sep. He's got himself that Radiance, and the Mischance doing quite a bit of wonders for him, but not going to be enough. So now Lugia is spotted out. And he's going to try and get this EMP with the Cold Snap. Would be an alright possibility at a kill on Faith Beyond. One more shot will do it, and Lugia just making a name for himself with this Invoker, and now in a whole bunch of trouble is this Dragonite who's going to pop that BKB. The Ghost Walk is there from Lugia, going to continue to hit it Blink. And the Lincolns will be popped, and all by his lonesome, really, is going to be Invoker taking out 4 on the side of Wings, so they're still holding on. So let's take a look at the net worth now, and it's 2,500 Invoker. He's hitting that really good timing at about 30 minutes into this game, and they're looking very difficult for Wings. Shadow has really just been taken out of this fight twice without really making an impact. Invoker leads the net worth by 3,000, and Wings, they got to be worrying at this moment in time. Got the Radiance out on Abaddon. Nyx, Arcane Boots. Oh, whoa. That was a mixture of a hiccup and a burp. And that felt terrible. And you guys know what I'm living with. So, Lugia going for the Octarine Core does have that Ags as well as the Lincoln Sphere boosts travel. Midas, so really catching up and pulling forward on the net worth lead now at this point in time. And continuing to just push out these lanes and keep the pressure on keep the pressure on Wings.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So June gonna spot out Wings making the rotation, and backing off is both the Kato as well as the Nyx. So they've got the split push potential from Flyby and Lugia. That's going to make this game ever so difficult for Wings. So you push out, you Remnant back, you push out, you Boots of Travel back. Things are becoming quite difficult. So moving forward is Wings. They might be able to get themselves a kill on this Invoker, but backing up all the way towards the Tier 3 is Lugia out of harm's way. And that should really nullify this Wings smoke. So they're going to start to head up top. They do have both Flyby and Demons up there, but Flyby, he's bound to have a Remnant. There's a smoke, and the two of them are just going to TP out.
This'll come in handy.
So CDEC now lead the XP, and what was about a 7,500 net worth lead is just about even. So, oh boy, Blink going to be spotted by June. There's the Blink forward. Not going to be able to get that Dragon Tail. The rotation's coming in anticipation. But that's it. So Wings, they might have missed their timing. They had Shadow, who was very far in front, but with those couple of deaths, it's really become trouble for Wings, as Shadow's been nullified in these fights. So Wings, they got to try and make something of this bad situation between them and CDC if they want to win. And CDC, they, you know, I kind of say this phrase a lot, being content with doing what they're doing, but why wouldn't you be? You've got an Invoker who's farming very well, continuing to push out these creep waves. They'll eventually get themselves a nice tower or two, and as I say that, they get one up top. And Lugia doesn't mind getting the extra net worth. Now with an Octarine Core heading towards that BKB. And at that point in time, you know, Midas will be looking towards getting 6 slotted. Take a look over at the Abaddon. He's got himself Solar Crest. He's looking for an Octarine Core of his own with the Radiance Hood of Defiance. He's been a hard target to kill for Wings. And then Flyby, despite not really having pushing items at this moment in time, except for Boots of Travel, he's going to be grabbing himself a nice Mjolnir. You know, that's when he's going to become an issue. And oh boy, there's the Radiant. Spike Carapace is going to stop Shadow in his tracks. There's a Sunstrike with the Alacrity popped on Lugia. They're going to get themselves a nice weave out on 2. June, he might fall for this, but it should be alright. Lugia trying to run away. Now he's hit with that Sword Crest. The Frostbite, they're going to destroy him. I thought he'd be alright. So Invoker and Nyx both fall to Wings. That's going to be a problem for CDEC. They're going to get this Frostbite out, continuing to do damage on Demons. Nope, no stun coming through from Blink. They won't be able to find themselves a third. So now there's the Maelstrom out on Flyby. And Wings, they're going to go for this nice tier 3 over mid. Sep, June, they lead the way. The two of them aren't the closest of months, but they're going to try and make something happen between the two. And now it looks as though this Doom, Faith Beyond, might find himself a little bit of trouble. There's a Solar Crest out on him. This Shallow Grave is going to keep him alive with the Blade Mail out, but he's going to be stunned once again. The Haunt comes through from Shadow. Shadow going to try and find himself a couple of kills, but he's stunned up almost immediately. There's the Mana Burn as well as the Mana Style from Shadow. He's going to continue to move in, but the Shrine's going to keep alive both June and Demons. Now having to back off is Shadow, and Sep is going to lead the charge through this leg. Flyby going to continue to move forward. He's trying to find himself a Sleight of Fist as well as the Searing Chains. They're continuing to back off. And it looks as though CDEC, they're not going to find anything on the retreat. So with that aggression from CDEC, they're going to head for their own Roche. And this time do all the damage to it. And look to pick up their second Aegis of the game. So now the Aegis out on Invoker. This puts CDEC in a prime spot to look to take another fight and possibly finish off this game. And I retract that last part. They have tier 2s up for Wings. It'll probably be a fight or two before it ultimately gets finished, if it were to go that way by CDC. So now Shadow in a whole bunch of trouble. He's going to be hit by that mana burn as well as the Sunstrike. There's the Deafening Blast, and Shadow dead again. Shadow caught out by CDEC and dead for 75 seconds. So Faith Beyond over mid, the Gem's out on Y. Sep just going to continue to push with Flyby, who's got himself just about enough for this Mjolnir, 50 gold away. And it's just becoming a problem for Wings. These lanes constantly getting pushed in. They're not really winning these fights as well as they like to be. And CDC, they found themselves in a very nice position, now looking to take high ground. So there it is, Solar Crest out on Sep. They're going to immediately pop that ult on this Abaddon. CDC with that. They're going to look to retreat. They push forward. They get the creeps to the tier 3. They back off after the ult is popped on Sep. And now let's see if Wings chase. Framerate Dota brought to you by, you guessed it, Perfect World, the #1 provider in slideshows and choppy entertainment. Really couldn't finish off that joke. So again, Lugia just pushing out these lanes, making it really difficult for Wings to find anything. And actually, Wings down low, they might be able to find themselves a pick-off. Meanwhile, June, he is invis, and he will back off. So Wings, they try to find something, but again, it doesn't work out for them. And CDC, they lead the charge down low. Looking for this bottom tier 2. It shouldn't be too hard. A couple of shots, a couple of seconds. That'll be nice. Meanwhile, up top, again in trouble with Shadow. Shadow trying to go in on Flyby with Ice. And there's the Haunt right on back. They're going to get themselves another Remnant out. He's slowed down. He's going to be stunned up one more time. He's got the Solar Crest out on him. And there's the Searing Chains, but not going to be enough. And I said it was Shadow who was in trouble, but actually it's going to be Flyby. Meanwhile, Sep, Lugia, big Chaos Meteor. And that'll be enough to get down Faith Beyond. They get themselves a Tornado in with the Lotus Orb as well as the ult is Sep. Ice trying to make something happen. There's the Frostbite. Ice still in a lot of trouble. The EMP is going to go through. They're going to take out Shadow. There it is. This Shallow grave, not going to be enough as the Tordo picks him up, drops him down, and dead he is. And CDEC, they're in the deep on these tier 4s. They're going to get themselves a kill on Blink. But with that buyback from Shadow, they'll back off. So now they're continuing to go in. Shadow in a whole bunch of trouble. There's a stun once again. He's out of mana. Lugia, he might look to finish him off, but they're looking to get themselves a kill on Blink. Y's going to use that ulti, and one more shot. Dead. So 4 dead. Aegis respawning his Lugia. Shadow, he's going to die again. That's a dieback. And 100 seconds on the sideline. Blink trying to be a hero. And, you know, Wings, they're trying to sing that song. I need a hero. I don't know the name to it, but, you know, Blink's singing it. Blink getting very low. There's the BKB. He's going to try and turn around, but still surrounded by the side of CDEC. CDEC is going to continue to go in. Why? Getting very low. Gets the Frostbite on Lugia. They're going to continue to chase on Blink. And now the Doom comes through on the Invoker. They're going to use that Shiva, slow down Sep, as well as June. But now June trying to find himself a kill, as well as Flyby. Finally back in this fight. He's going to use that Remnant in, as well as the Slide Fist and the Searing Chains. Get himself a kill on Y, and right back at it is CDC. So Flyby, June, Lugia, they're all working forward with Demons just throwing out the Illuminates. They get themselves a nice tier 3. They're working towards racks. And luckily, no choppy FPS drops at this moment in time. So they'll take themselves out. A set of racks, Slide of Fist, Searing Chains, Tornado, Lugia trying to make something happen. Solar Crest out on Sep. They're going to get the EMP to fully bring down Blink's mana. And now it looks as though this Doom's going to be in a bit of trouble. And I already jinxed myself by saying there's not going to be any choppy frames or FPS drop. It's going to be a nice Yules and things happening. I couldn't tell you if I really wanted to try. BKB pop by Blink. He's still trying to go in, but he's already lost 4 of his friends. He's surrounded by the entire side of CDC. Now Y's going to respawn. Blink trying to make something happen. He's trying to survive. GG called, and dead is Blink. And it will be a 1-for-1 split in this best of 2. So CDEC, they do take a game. So, TI winners, TI runner-ups. They split at 1-1, still bottom of the bracket. Doesn't quite matter. Lugia, very good in that game. MVP in my eyes. 15-3-9, 30,000 net worth just about. And then Sep somehow coming back through with that Radiance about 25 minutes into this game. And really starting to make something happen. Flyby didn't really have that pushing potential too early on. Got himself that Maelstrom. They really put the pressure on Wings, and that caused this to become a 1-1 split. So, you know, that's it for this set of 2. We'll be back in just a moment with last place FTD Club C against VGJ. I'm not sure where they sit in the bracket off the top of my head. We'll be back in just a moment. I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter, at BKOP92. Tweet me. Tell me B Cup or Double D Cup or HH Cup. I don't know. Tweet me stuff. I'm alone. I'm bored. Here by myself. It's 3:52 in the morning. Nobody's home. Everybody's sleeping. Yeah. So. Just, yeah.